Good morning, YouTube, you sexy mama jammas. It's now like 10:30. Rainy, gloomy, gray, nasty. Looks at the radar. I'll be in rain most of the day and then tomorrow. So we got a big heavy storm coming through the south tomorrow. But anyhow, somebody asked me in the comments what kind of fuel mileage I'm getting in this truck. He was like 7 or 8. I mean, that's about right. And it all varies. Depends on the weight and your terrain levels and all that good shit. But I did say as of right now, after 340 miles on this trip with a 12,000 pound load, I'm running 7.7, which I'm looking at right now on my dash. Now, sometimes I get 9, sometimes I get 6s. It all varies, but I can tell you the life of the truck. For the life of the truck, I over 246,424 miles. For the life of the truck, my trip MPG is 7.2. And I will say that that's got a lot of different things to deal with it. My engine hours. Let me ask you a question right now. Let me ask Roscoe, Chat GPT, what he thinks. Hey Roscoe, I have a 2024 Freightliner Cascadia, and it currently has 246,424 miles on it. Now, with that amount of miles, if I had 0 idle time, how many engine hours should I have on my truck right now?
Engine hours are typically calculated on the basis that a truck averages about 40 to 50 miles per engine hour, depending on conditions. If you had 0 idle time and all those miles were from driving, we can use that range. Dividing 246,424 miles by roughly 40 to 50 miles per hour gives you a range of about 4,900 to 6,100 engine hours.
Okay, so we're going to say 6,100 is what my engine hours should be after that driving, because I don't average. I mean, maybe the life of the truck does have an average of that because of all the stops and all that shit. But right now, my truck has 8,578 engine hours on it. Now, why? I do idle a lot. Like right now, I'm idling right now. I just started the truck up a few minutes ago, letting it warm up, get up to temp before we take off. And same thing when I park at night. And there's times where I have to use off the idle to where my personal comfort, MPG be damned. I want to make sure I'm not hot or cold, of course, so I don't have an APU on this thing. So right now my truck has about 2,500 more my engine hours on it than it should be. Now that's idle time. So when it comes to actual MPG, it's really hard to get an 100% accurate MPG, because when your idle time is included on that as well, because the more you set, the more you idle, the more fuel you use, the lower the MPG goes. Because there's been nights I parked and I had, like right now, 7.7 miles per gallon. And if I used off the idle last night, if it was a hot night, it'd have been running a lot. That 7.7 probably would have dropped down to 6.2 by morning. Okay, so yeah, so that's just an idea of where we're at right now on the truck, just to kind of break it down a little bit. And over the 14,093 miles I've done since my last PM, we're averaging 7.2 miles a gallon. With this trip right now, we're 7.7. That should go up once I start driving and the doors stay closed and we log miles. That'll increase. Once your cruise control is set and there's no ups and downs and you're just no speed up or slow downs, that MPG increases. So anyhow, that's it. Let's maybe walk inside here, see if there's anything. I'm not going to go into Golden Corral to go sit down, have breakfast. Breakfast is probably done anyway. I'll find something to grub on, and then let's hit the road and head to Jacksonville. We are 636 miles away. We may have to get a little bit more fuel along the way, but other than that, we'll be all right. So thanks for being here, y'all. Appreciate all the support, and I'm looking forward to seeing your responses to the video that's live and that's uploading now, to see if y'all want to do a live Q&A this weekend. If you do, be sure to go to yesterday's video and put your questions there. It's not going to be the country unfiltered, like I said. Decided against that. But we are going to do a live Q&A, and I will answer everything honestly, but correctly at the same time. All right, let's get to getting y'all. Thanks for being here.
Crack a monster, greet the sun. Big blues humming, ready to run.
Let's drive through Richmond together, shall we? Just ride through. We just ride through. May not talk much, but I ain't got shit to say right now. But if I see something that catches my eye, I might speak. Good news is there's no red lines on the GPS, so congested but flowing, so that's a good sign. I was trying to get a hold of JB's Wholesale, the receiver, to see if they allow overnight parking. Nobody will answer the damn phone. Go to their website and they got a big old number. Call us. Okay. Tried calling a couple times. I had to ring about half a dozen times, and no answer. We'll keep trying until somebody does answer. My ETA to be there is about 8:30. Well, I guess I got to do a 30-minute break somewhere along the way, so about 9 o'clock more like it, realistically. We did go ahead and grab some. We got like 40 gallons of fuel back here before we left the Flying J. It was $5.02 a gallon. Not the cheapest along the route, but I didn't want to. I just want to log. I just want to keep the doors closed today, honestly. So my body says, "Hey, you got to pull over," but we're good. Oh, hello there. Borrow. If you remember, Philip Morris is here in Richmond. I did a few loads while I was with Schneider out of Wisconsin, bringing those plastic snuff cans down here. Not snuff, but snus containers. Not cans. Pretty sure we'll see it up here shortly. If I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure I do. I-64. Take that, go east. Be right smack dab into Charleston, West by Guy, Virginia. You heard me? At least it's not pouring down the rain. Hopefully we get out of this overcast and get some sort of sunshine today. That'd be nice. Dang. That beeping you hear is the caution, distance warning. And depending on your speed, it determines what distance the truck is programmed to warn you for that. We're going 52 mile an hour, and apparently the distance warning is 150 feet. Of course, this is a Schneider setting, not a factory. I'm pretty sure it's a Schneider setting, because it is a Schneider truck, right? SFI? I don't know if it's I'm not sure what the factory setting is, because I know when you're at 70 mile an hour, the distance warning is at 371 feet. That's usually when, like, if you're behind someone that's going around the pace you want to run, I usually set my cruise 1 mile an hour faster than that. That way it keeps me right at that 371 foot mark behind the person in front of me, and we maintain the same speed all the time. So if they slow down, it slows me down. If they speed up, I won't go no faster than my cruise is set. So for example, if I'm usually running like 72 and I come up behind, I'm slowly gaining on someone at 71, I'll just stay behind them. There's no point in trying to do that 1 mile an hour pass, piss everybody else off. Now there are times where I'm like, okay, I need to go a little faster. I'll knock it up to about 74, put a little passing speed on there, and then and go past them, and then resume back to my 72. But adaptive cruise control, that's what it is. It controls your distance from the front, the distance between you and the vehicle in front of you, and adjust your speed accordingly. When you're going through congestion like this, you don't usually use that because you need to have more control. Now that we're out of that congestion, we're more in the open flow traffic, and now our speed limit's going up, we'll go ahead and get back in our right lane. And I don't remember seeing Philip Morris. They have a big ass like pole. Hold up. Richmond? Yeah, Richmond. I don't remember seeing it. Did you see it? Yeah, well, pretty sure we're past where it was anyway. Actually, no, I don't think we are, because there's a pilot just really close to it, and it says there's a pilot 14 miles away. But Richmond ain't that long, is it? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. That was Richmond, from what I know. And a couple miles later, there it is. Probably see it right in front of it, in the middle of your screen, probably. It's got a marble, it's like a square, giant tower, but square-shaped rectangle. On the right-hand side, you see part of the Marlboro insignia on it. You ought to be able to see it shortly, a little closer. Yeah, this is the exit. You get off of Bells Road, make a right, then you make a left behind it, and I forget, I think it's gate F or gate H or some shit. That's where I went. What else does I have on there? Virginia Slims, something with EDG. I'm not sure what brand that is. Heritage. You should probably be able to see it pretty good right now. I can't tell from that small ass screen. Merritt. Philip Morris. You can definitely see it right there on the right. Benson and Hedge, that was the name of that one. Okay. All right, now that's enough of Philip Morris USA. All right, enough of that. I want to correct something that I said earlier about the lifetime of the truck being a 7.2. That's not true. The screen I was looking at, for whatever reason in my brain, it told me that was the lifeline tracking of the truck on an MPG or lifelong. It's not. It resets because I reset my trip meter, which is, if you don't know, on these trucks, you go to your home tab, you got three trip areas. You got one that says home, one that says trip, one that says leg. I reset my trip meter, which is the middle one, after every PM. That way I know when I get close to 30, I need to start looking for a PM. The leg, this is the third option, that's the one I reset every trip. And I currently started at 7.7 this morning. I'm up to 7.8. I'll probably end this trip above 8. I don't know. We'll see. But the very top one also resets when you reset the trip, the middle one. I don't know why I had it in my head that one was the lifetime of the truck, but it's not. So I don't know what the lifetime of the truck is, and there's really no way to get an accurate detail of it because of the idle time that I have on the truck. So maybe if I do go the route, I mean, if I do end up purchasing blue, first thing I'm going to do, the first big thing, is get an APU put on him. That's for damn sure. It's because it'll extend the life of the truck for sure. You don't want to put $10,000 into a truck you might not get, so it's not smart to put one on initially, unless you already have one, unless you already own one. and you just have to pay someone to install it, sure, do that. But you don't want to put $10,000 APU unit on a brand new truck you just leased, and then at some point have to turn it in, because the rule is with SFI, you can modify the truck any way you see fit. Well, within limits. Like, you can add things to the truck. But the rule is anything that's bolted on has to stay on. That would mean an APU. And especially if anything is done to the fuel system, you just can't unplug that son of a bitch. That's the rule anyway. I'm not saying people haven't done that, but that's the rule. Like, I can't take it to Freightliner and ask them to adjust tweak the engine back to the parameters to get full performance out of it, because SFI won't let you. You can't do that at Freightliner without the title, or at least the dealer anyway. Now, people may know people that have that type of stuff, that has the ability to do that. I don't know anybody like that. I think I do, actually. Little buddy of mine down in Florida. But now that I think about it, I might just give him a call, be like, hey, I'm coming to Florida. Can you do this, and that? No, I wouldn't do that, because, y'all know me, man. If I do shit out of the norm, out of the rules, it bugs me. So I would like to be able to get the engine tweaked to where, it should be, to where you get your most performance out of it for what it's intended. I feel like it would increase everything. Performance, mileage, everything. But I guess Schneider has their settings that way they have them for a reason. I mean, even if it isn't a company truck, I'm pretty sure most of the settings on here are Schneider company standards. And the one thing they don't have on here is a govern control. The company trucks are governed, SFI trucks are not governed. That may be the only change they've done between a company truck and an SFI truck. I'm assuming. I don't know for sure, though. Anyway, I just wanted to clarify that. Make sure. It don't matter if I clarify it or not. The people who think I'm an idiot have already commented that I'm an idiot. And they won't listen past that and hear this and remove that comment. I don't care. Have fun. Alright, this is a call to action. I don't do things like this very often at all, but when I do, it means something. One of our very own is going through some shit right now. Very, very deep shit. John Huntley, you've seen him in the comments. If you remember back through the Power Hour, he would keep saying Prime orientation on Monday, antagonizing KOs to bring your ass over to Prime. Because John's been a long time follower of the channel. He used to drive at one point. He wasn't driving for a while, and he wanted to get back into driving. So during the course of my YouTube tenure and him being around, he wound up getting his CDL back, and he chose Prime. And he's been driving for Prime for a while now, but recently he's been diagnosed with mouth cancer, which is going to put him out for quite a while. I just found this out last night. I mean, I found this out from him a few weeks ago when he texted me. But I just found out last night by watching some random YouTube video, Freight Shaker, Freight and Skating, whatever his name is over at Prime. There's a GoFundMe out to help this guy. So I texted John this morning and said, man, I found out. I said, first of all, I said, how you doing? He's talking about pain is horrible. And John, I hate to hear that shit, man. You're a good dude. I remember us talking about, before you came back trucking, situation with you and your wife and illnesses and stuff like that, and you thought it was going to be hard for you to go out and be away from home for a while, but you had to make the money, which is in itself just a great dude doing what he's got to do to support his family. But now he's been put on the sideline, guys. But I texted him this morning. I was like, I'm a little upset because I just found out something last night that you had a GoFundMe out there. Why didn't you tell me? Let me try to help. He says he don't like to ask for help. And I'm like, I'm the same way, but bro, share this with the people that could possibly help you. And apparently, I got the link. Apparently, this GoFundMe was not created by John, but it was created by that Freight Shaker, Freight and Skating, whatever his name is. I rarely watch the guy. I've seen him before, but I just happened to watch a video last night, and I found this out. And he shared with me the GoFundMe link, and I'm going to provide that GoFundMe link in the comments below. It's a pinned comment. please, please, please come to the call to the call of action here, man. Help one of our own, our very own here on the channel. Been around for a while, been a long time follower, a long time supporter. He texted me, like I said, a few weeks ago, and he apologized to me that he had to stop being a member, and then he told me what was going on. I was like, well, number one, this is for anybody. You never have to apologize to me for having to cancel your membership. Never. Never, 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 never. I appreciate the ones of you that choose to do that membership. It's never required. I mean, if the option's there if you want to do that extra level of support, now it's much appreciated, but it's not required. So never have to apologize if finances get low or you just don't want to, if you just don't want to do it no more. I understand. I get it. But please, let's just try to help John. The link's going to be in the pinned comment for his GoFundMe. I think they said a $10,000 raise a go on this GoFundMe. I think almost 5,000's already been raised. Let's try to help him out, because he just told me a little bit ago. Was it the 15th? He's got a big. That's John right there. He's got a big surgery coming up, 5 a.m. Eastern on the 15th. They say he's probably going to be out for a few days after that. And I'm like, oh, of course. I mean, this is a big ass surgery. I'm not sure what the plan is. If they're going to remove his jaw or his teeth, I don't know the details of what's going to happen in the surgery. I'm not even sure he does. He's like, man, I'm just sorry we wasn't able to enjoy some in-laws together before this. I'm like, well, we'll just have to do it later on, because I have no doubt that after this surgery, John, after you beat this cancer, you're going to come back stronger than ever, buddy. So please, help what you do with what you can. Click the GoFundMe. Let's help get this support going so we can help him through this journey so he doesn't, I think he's got some time before he potentially loses his prime lease contract. Let's just help him through this mess so he can get back on his feet as quick as possible, so he can get back out here and do what he loves doing. I appreciate it, and I know damn well he will. All right, Whitaker's, North Carolina way station. The lighted sign message said truck enter way station. Even told that freaking hotshot in front of me to enter way station. But the hotshot said, no, I ain't gonna do it. So let's see what kind of fun they want to have with us today. Roll the window down. We shall stop. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And I got the green light. Yep. Nice little wave. Have a good day. Pull up nice and easy. And off we go. Off we go. Off high-fo. 5-0. It's off to Jacksonville we go. 497 miles before we get to delivery. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, my brain must have caught a squirrel like it always does. Lord have mercy. Let me shut up. I-95, Lumberton, North Carolina. Way station in the middle of the construction zone. Why are they open? It's construction zone, yo. Nice little wave. Let's get the hell out of here. Alright. They won't even let nobody bypass that shit. They said, fuck you. We locking out the bypass lane. We locking out the bypass lane. Alright, back into construction. Where we at? 370 miles from delivery. There's a love, because we got 355 miles before we hit 295 south in around Jacksonville. So we're going around 295 for about 15 miles or so. But there's a Love's as soon as you get on 295, which is probably going to be full that time of evening. There's a pilot once you get around 295, closer to it's a bigger pilot too, like over 120 some spots. It's going to be full too. We just know it's going to be full. Right now I have been driving for a little over 4 hours. I don't really want to stop anywhere yet. I mean, I don't really have to. I mean, I guess I could if I could stop and use the restroom. But we'll be good on fuel. We got just under a half a tank. So we got fuel to get there. The other thing is do I want to just drive the remaining 4-ish and just kind of stop at that point and then get up in the morning and drive the remaining hour and a half, which the appointment's at 9 a.m., which is very, very doable. Maybe I just do the 8 today. What time will that be? It'll be 7 o'clock. That sounds like a more appeasing strategy to me. You just park at 7 and then be an hour and a half away. I like that idea, actually, now that I say it out loud. So I still can't get a hold of nobody there at the facility. I'm getting up at 7 is not horrible for me. I can do that. Hit the road by 7, be there by 9. I know going through Jacksonville, 295 at that time of morning might be a little pain. 295 isn't usually that horrible. Brake. Whatever, we'll figure it out. I do like it. What we just said out loud. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I already know we're gonna do that. We're gonna stop around 7 o'clock. Within 3.5. It'll put us 2 hours away. Because I want to leave about a 30-minute window buff. Yeah, 2 hours away. Yeah. We'll do that. Get up morning at 6, hit the road, and be there on 9. Yep, that'll work. That'll work for me. How about y'all? Let's get it. Hell, I was getting ready to start importing video to the laptop, and I forgot I didn't even do an outro yet. We're parked at the Loves. We're a couple hours away, so we'll get up in the morning. We'll finish out the trip. I stopped for a few minutes and grabbed something to eat, and stay here too long. I've done got cozy, so my eyeballs are a little heavy. We'll go ahead and call it a night. Get up in the morning, finish out this trip, get the delivery, and then get in position for our next one on Friday morning in Grovetown. We got about 280 mile deadhead to knock out, so yeah, that'll work. Anyhow, I appreciate you hanging out with me, guys. I'm not sure how long the video is today, but thanks so much. Remember the pinned comment. Let's go help John and get him through this mess ordeal that he's going through. He's a good dude. We got to help him. He's part of our community, and he's been here for a long time. Don't forget, we're going to do a live Saturday, and I got a special guest coming in too. Going to join me. So Saturday evening, we're going to do a live. We're going to call it 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for that live Q&A. So put your questions in yesterday's video, and then come to the live. We'll go from there and continue on with other questions. I thought I'd bring a special guest in to have two perspectives, right? That was the idea. So thanks so much. Y'all have a great night. I will see you tomorrow.